I mean, they have Rumble, you know. It provides great follow-up on what they want to do, which is, you know, press some R buttons and attack a single target. Ideally the Ziggs, or even the Ahri, if you can blow it up. We're handshaking objectives. We're not fighting. And
will DK actually contest or just give these up? And this is kind of the problem. As good as the Skarner is, with the Ahri, generally you want to try and contest these early objectives, but do not looking too hot. Aiming is still...
Winning the early game, you're picking up these objectives, you're getting the feats of strength, and you're getting ahead.
It really does feel more so like if you are getting objectives, you're most likely doing well. As Shield just going in.
Yeah, and Bessa really doesn't care about Rumble ults. She just kind of dashes away. It doesn't really amount to a lot, but they trade ults and Shield gets ahead. So, you know, in terms of clear going down or anything like that.
Reward. I'd be looking for a collapse here.
Oh yeah, they're going big time, but he pulls him out of the solar flare. Might not matter, but he is able to get away from the Ziggs. Raptor totally fine, the handshake getting him in. The equalizer is terrible, but they might still be able to get something going on the Lucid. Skarner! He's so incredibly tanky. Showmaker getting the kill in the backline as well, make it a double, and Showmaker finds...
Oh, it misses.
Yeah, Shiu kind of in an awkward spot. There's 3 people here. He's got to go up against them. Is Ambessa OP enough is really the question. So far, the answer is yes. Oh, the flash! Perfectly timed. Shiu gets away. Under the noses of BNK, but BNK do not want to let that one happen. They are trying to fight for this one. Showmaker, the handshake goes on a Lucid. That's a Skarner. You don't want him closer to your team. And he's just going to go down. Vikla, no hope for him. And down will go the Rift Herald in favor of DK Barrel. He sacrifices himself. He wants to continue the fight. And that he will. 3 kills go over to DK. They want more. Kellen will go down as well. Will they pick up the ace is the only question left. Clear, he survives under the turret, but man, a huge swing in favor of DK comes through.
They even get the Herald, Valdez, as you point out. Showmaker somehow ends up getting that one.
Beats
now.
Literally, like, it's a negative play. It just doesn't do anything. As here comes the Rift Heralds. Clear, there's 5 people, 4 people here. Yeah, he is just Omega dead. No way for him to get out. And at least Vikla trades to just say, okay, we'll target the Yone. Vikla actually doing a good job going straight up the mid lane, but you can see that BNK really struggling to get near this. The equalizer hits the dragon, as now they land the solar flare on Kellen. He is just popped like a balloon, and down will go Diablo as well. This is just a disaster for BNK, and DK is not a team to back down from disaster. They're going in. They want to take them all down. Raptor will be the last one left. And down he goes. It is a clean...
Are going to keep crumbling for BNK.
Yeah. It's a 10 out of 10 on the over scale, we could say at this point. As BNK, Kellen going to be caught again. The Celestial opposition is just a joke at this point. Vikla, he is going to hop back, and here comes Skarner. And Lucid is just running into 4 of them. He's tanking the equalizer like he doesn't care about anything. Certainly not the Rumble. Vikla desperate to do anything. The flat's on in for the return on the orb. Showmaker really showcasing his Ahri prowess. It's kind of insane. The lineup so close from Shiwu.
They're still going!
And they're still going, because why not? You know, they don't even have the Otacon buff. They don't need the Otacon buff. And they're just going to take them all down. Shu, he survives as well. The fans are absolutely just loving it. Able to do whatever you want. They're just going to go in and look for kills instead. They're like, you know what? We had a very late first blood. Let's just stack up the kills. And yeah, the equalizer's just kind of...
There's no damage!
Just kind of pathetic at this point. I mean, at least he kind of hit them a little bit. Like, it just really doesn't inspire much joy. Playing Veigar.
At 26 minutes!
Ahri skin. Oh, that satchel, pretty nice. Gonna force the flash here to clear with the follow-up. And yeah, I mean, the Raptor can't get away. He doesn't have flash, so he has to go in. At this point, you know, it's just desperation. Like, they can't do anything. He can't vault away. Clear's gonna die. This is just absolutely Omega stop, and they still don't have the Otacon, and they just don't care at all. They're looking to push down mid, I guess. Maybe they'll just end the game.
Might as well. Don't need the buff. Don't need Baron. Showmakers.
Look at him.
You're still playing the game. You're not dead. Don't take your hands off the keyboard.
He's just angry that they're not respawning fast enough so he can get more kills. That sounds like Showmaker.
That was a pen opportunity if I've ever seen one. Can't believe they didn't give it to him.
And guys, the game is just over. 27 minutes. The kill score 22-3. And they're not done. They're looking for a bit more. They'd love to get this kill on a Raptor. The equalizer again, just pathetic. Down will go the Nexus, 23-3. The final kill score.
Laning face, a living L, and it's back.
Okay. Pantheon is back, but this is support Pantheon.
No, I'm talking Barrel's Pantheon is back.
Yeah.
This banning against DK just feels like a trap, man. Because whatever you ban, they'll just pick up other random stuff and hit you over the head with it.
Yes, TP. Clear does not. Getting the bank soon, though. Could be an opportunity at some point. Burst for him is enough to get away from the K'Sante, although now he's sticking around, and the flash comes in, and Shiu! Aiming's tanking, 2 turns, just Barrel's ulting under the turret.
Yes,
and that looks very cool. Yeah, oh, they're getting very low. The flash on him, pretty good. We got a teleport coming in as well. Barrel trying to desperately get a kill. He will get the one, but he will be traded back, and that is a kill given. Oh,
Spear as Kellen.
Yeah, just behind the turret. Shiu has flash. He was saving him for this play, but there's so many ults being thrown at the one Jace, and Shiu, we're saying. So B&K just say, well, let's play for top, and let's play for mid. Let's you know, we've got our
two for quite a while. Is not great.
It's Beats. Given over to B&K as well. They get the turret first. The timing has to be so crisp. He's half health, but now the flame coming in. The knockup comes in from Kellen. Showmaker so low. They do take down the Wukong, but can they get anything else? Yu is going to zone the rest of the team, and Clear is playing K'Sante. He does not die this time around, and you see Diablo trying to skate his way
to, as they don't want to give up this Herald.
Yeah, he's just baiting them into a false sense of security.
They've been looking too clean, so I'm glad that we're getting a little bit of chaos here.
Yeah.
As that
well, we have a bit of poke coming in on the Kellen. He does have his ult though. TP forced. And he is looking for Showmaker. Showmaker doesn't have flash. This is what I was talking about. The Victor really going to struggle in this 1v1. He does a bit of damage, but he's dead, so it just doesn't matter. Keep in mind that this is just kind of posturing for an Ocean Drake at this point. Looking for Lucid. It's Clear, but he is Sejuani. Lots of damage now coming out from the side. Oh, the knockup from Kellen is perfect timing. Keeps his backline safe. Barrel is super low. Down will go the bot lane of DK. And B&K are beginning to run away with this one.
They already can't get through them. Imagine if they start stacking these Ocean Drakes, Valdez. As DK, again, this time it's Vikla that sets up the big play. They just keep going after Showmaker. Look at the itemization from Claire here. If there is no Victor on the enemy team, he is not dying. That's now Iceborne Gauntlet and the 4-0 done. So B&K, very confident. Out with Diablo with Cleanse as well. Trying to engage him in this comp really does feel very, very tough. Damage so far has been lacking. Maybe when Showmaker finishes his Leandries, it'll be better as well,
I guess Raptor's just dead. Very weird. Not sure exactly how that got started, but he was kind of hiding on bush, and DK had an inkling about where he might be.
Sure did.
And now, I mean, DK up a man. She was kind of trying to bait them into something here. It might actually work. Kellen goes into his ult, but a lot of damage coming out. Barrel has the shield up. Kellen going to go down through the ult. Doesn't matter. And now Clear. We will see if he is mortal. I think in this case, the answer is yes. He dies to a smite.
Diablo.
Go over to Diablo. He's going in, but he gets stunned. There is a nice ult from Vikla to keep him safe. As DK, they really love to play with their food, and they are doing it here so far. Shield going to waste the flash. Diablo says, thank you very much.
Oh, they were on Voracious Otacon. DK, Showmaker this time. He's
the angle
safely.
The angle. Oh, that knockup that comes in from Lucid is beautiful. It's just not the 0-2 magic you were mentioning, right? So here comes BNK. They say, okay, we're voracious now for a voracious Otacon. TP will be forced. And will the fight actually come in? Beryl going for the stun on Declare once again, takes a bit of damage. And the poke, it's only hitting Cassante. And that
doesn't care.
That's not really the target you want here.
Flipping?
Okay, maybe a little bit of a flip here as trying to get into the pit, but Kellen keeps him out. The voracious Otacon comes in. Vikla says, you know what? Why don't I just send myself in and die for no reason? That sounds like a great idea. As now Showmaker says, how about a free kill onto him as well? Obviously, there are revives that are coming in. Diablo and Clear trying to hold on to theirs.
Yeah, but if you don't trade it for anything, like
yeah, I think maybe they should have ran. They're gonna go for the kills anyway. We'll see if it works. The stun comes in and Diablo will get the revive, but you're just gonna lose both.
To here is how good of a job Kellen and Clear do of keeping Lucid out of that pit. So Kellen goes in, stands guard, and tries actually to knock Lucid out, but is killed immediately. But it doesn't matter. That's all the time he needs to buy. There's also still the threat of Clear ulting in. He was kind of covering the other exit to make sure then this is obviously subpar. But this play here, they don't know that Diablo is there. This is actually a really well set up A because this is a 5-0. Cloud is fine. Turret's not.
They're like, it's not really doing much. And still, it's Baron buff, so they're going
to be careful for is 100-0 combos. That's the only thing is...
Okay, well, they're really trying to get on top of this Victor. They might just be able to. The sweep is beautiful. It catches all three. And Kellen at first, he was like going super deep. I thought maybe he was just going to die, but he sets up an excellent play. And that might just be the game. DK
should be
trying to run out of this one, aiming. He doesn't have his flash. He's queuing the wrong way. He eventually does get the flash off, but still going to go down. And Siu, the whole game, just not really able to do much of anything, and they're going to take him with them. As enough damage will come through, the turrets will fall, and we will have a game number 3. BNK makes it interesting here up against D plus Kia.
Is it actually good though? Because I'm looking.
It's not good into Galio.
I'm looking at the BNK.
I'll tell you that.
I heard the BNK comp, but that's
Galio was one of those old counter picks into Zoe, right? Because what you could do.
That's why you lock this champion, but will Clear live? That's the big question.
Yeah, really the question is who dies first, right? So he has taken the slice and dice. He's trying to get away, but the first blood goes over to BNK.
Level 2.
And now, Clear level 2, this dive not really working out. I mean, the question was who dies first, but DK do not get the dive to work, so it's only going to be one kill.
Specific picks. If they can get those, I think this composition still works. And the front to back is quite solid. I do think BNK are a little bit more gated by time, but I also think that their early skirmishing and team fighting is a very scary thing to face.
So trying to fight over the grubs here. We got a sleep already on the jungler here, Raptor. Huge knock-up as Vikla just face-checking into the brush. He has no idea that Siu was there. Not sure how. I thought he ran through mid, but that's going to be huge. It's a double kill here now.
It's a Viego! Photon and Toland days, which is like 4 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
As we do have another fight. This is a big one for BNK. They need to win this, Valdez.
Yeah, they really need to. There's the Ash Arrow into a Xinjiao, so you're not really liking that. Kellen, he's trying to set up here.
Running!
They know who he is. Clear is zoned away. Siu is in the thick of it there. But Clearance is being taken out for free, and now they got a 5v4. They're looking for more than 3-man engage Braum ult as the Nico. Oh, it's just so disjointed here for BNK, and now the resets come in. As it is a nearly clean ace. Vikla is going to walk away, but just barely so. And man, that was so sad for BNK. You see that, oh, he almost dies! And he might, no, he is going to live.
I'm gonna lie, that looks really, but the fight was already lost.
Yeah.
Like, maybe Vikla should have ulted on top of Clear, try to save that Renekton, because if he can't sustain, like the initial burst is a problem, but maybe that's something that would be very DK to, just as I declare the game to be kind of dunzo, to just have Beryl die like 3 times and then the game is competitive again, but we'll see. Cloud Drake is gonna go over. Another Ocean Rift coming through here for us, Valdez.
Yeah, you know, recently it was pretty foggy. A lot of humidity. Not a lot of time to talk about the weather here as Diablo wants kills. Barrel and aiming. Will they stay? I mean, they have the Viego Lucid nearby. Kellen also nearby as a... Okay, here we go. Well, they're going to get the root here on the Braum. A lot of damage is coming out from the Kalista. Hopping forward. That's another really nice ult from Barrel. The ult comes in from the Ash. Nice knock up here from Kellen. And now you got the Galio on top. Barrel will go down. And Lucian is the clone. It was amazing. Really nice sleep here. Arrow blocked by...
Be the cases. Oh, clear. They don't know.
Not knowers at this point. The flank is fantastic. Showmaker in a bit of trouble, but he is able to flash away. And now Clear is going to be the one that goes down. A double knockup comes in onto the front line as aiming is just dead. And maybe we'll have Lucid too as he gets a kill and dies simultaneously. Bit of a 3-on-3 at this point in time. The knockups from the Scion are so huge, but the Xin Zhao also going massive, and Showmaker goes too close to the sun and gets taken down. BNK, they're going to be the ones that take this fight in a huge way. Xiu, he's very tanky. They're looking for a bit more. 3-man knockup is pretty cool.
Just let him go. It's fine.
It's just that sleep actually going to land there onto Kellen as Vikla. Oh, flash in front of the punch. You got to be kidding me. But Nico comes in. Kellen trying desperately to secure the fight, but it's not going to happen as Diablo gets too close to the team and the whole front line had already gone down. Showmaker flashing all over the place. They want to take turrets. They want a bigger gold lead here. And they're going to get that mid turret and look for the Ocean Drake.
And they're just one objective away is BNK from getting that crucial feat, and they're not going to get it. At least not with this objective. Adakan is about to spawn in the top side of the map as well. And as we can see, all these fights.
But his Scion is so good.
It is.
It really, his Q usage is the one that really gets me, like every perfect angle to knock up the Kalista instead.
That was not the slap target, and it still did a ton of damage. The arrow, gonna miss.
Wow.
Also, that was, I'm pretty sure they were just beating up on the clone.
Yeah.
As Barrel, as we all have established, does not care.
Barrel
maybe should.
Yeah, well, he is able to jump away.
Never mind.
Baiting the TPs, I guess. The Scion comes on in, the Renekton as well, but Clear not nearly as tanky. You see, oh no, not again, the anti-synergy as Kellen was going for the ult and Diablo pulls him back. That's the second time. That's just not forgivable. And at this point, Vicla's dead as well, and that should be the Otacon going over to DK as there's not really much hope for B and K to get close to this one.
That's a bit of a whimper to end on, because that's going to be Otacon. That should solidify the win here for DK, but BNK, that fight just felt like a mess, unfortunately.
You have the Scion in front of you. Why is the Kalista in range to get ulted by Scion? You know what I mean? Like,
you're right.
Just little micro things like that. Like Diablo, don't get me wrong, mechanically, he's a fantastic player, but still kind of learning.
You can see
some of the little things. He's still got a little challenger in him that we got to hammer out, you know? Unfortunately, as Kellen, yeah, well, he's just getting poked out. I mean, they have the voracious Otacon, so they're just running it down in a good way. As here comes the Scion, they're going to take out Vikla, and that'll be a second kill on the board here for DK, and they will be looking for their second kill in terms of match score. Looking for the 2-1 here, as I'm not sure that Clear, Raptor, or Diablo can do much of anything in this one. You have the bubble coming in. You've got Clear. The Zoe is well and truly online. Xiu just tanks the turret. He's like, yeah, I heard they got buffed. And Kellen, he says, this time, don't ult me away. And, well, he didn't, but the ult still doesn't matter.
Stop
the Braum. The Braum ult is so good every single time. As this time, Xiu doesn't quite get the knockup, but it doesn't seem to matter. They still have the buff, as you mentioned. And Xiu just stares them down the entire time. No wave, no matter. They'll just wait for the next one.
17 seconds left on the buff. If you could stall long enough, maybe you can kill them for real, but I think your base is falling, Valdez.
Yeah, the base is falling. They are going to get the Scion. Yeah, they are. As Showmaker desperate to die, and he will. right before the buff does run out. Here's Vikla. Very interesting angle. Seems like they are going to know he's here. And if he's alone, he just dies. But we do have Diablo running through the jungle, desperate to try to help out. We've got a ult away, but now it's just Diablo. So, guys, yeah. Very interesting. Anyway, BNK gonna lose 2 of their members, desperate to try to get something back. The game is in a really rough spot. They're trying to do something, and it's not working out. Let's just say that.
BNK, like him or don't like him, they will never give up before the Nexus has fallen. They will keep fighting. Fortunately, the item breakpoints at this point just not really going to be in a position where they can do anything.
Wow.
The return of Zoe. Heralded with a win, Valdez. We'll take those.
We will take those. Showmaker Zoe, one of many fantastic Zoes. And I hope we get to see a bit more here at the LCK Cup. This Nexus is going down. Diablo's like, well, I'm going to get some kills at least. He gets the one, takes his 5th death, and BNK will take their 2nd loss after DK pads the stats just a little bit. 26-minute win.
Yeah, I like, so it's both the matchup into Rel, plus the fact that the value of Mercs when you just run both Leona and Pantheon goes up. I think with Alistar you have a little bit more.
Is going bot. So, oh, the ult's going to come through from Dudu. He's looking to actually just take the 1v1 pretty early. And here comes Pioshik. Rich has his flash, but you're just getting solo killed, buddy. Dudu is back on top. And he will take down the Jace by himself.
Doesn't even need his Vi. Pioshik actually changing his pathing there. I think because he was afraid that Dudu might not win, and Dudu's like, what are you? Aurora is so slippery. You know, between the stealth and the multiple dashes back and the ultimate and the fact that Yuka still has flash, it's not going to happen.
Yeah. I feel like Pioshik has done okay, we're just flashing on in, and yeah, I mean, they're going to catch him in the ult. They get the flash.
Freaks are set up. Not getting access to that area.
Yep, setting up a wall. They're going to trade 3 and 3. Unless Ondil's going to throw a solar flare over the top. But, it did go down to 30.
But any jungler has had... Oh, Sponge.
Speaking of getting them, he stuck around for way too long trying to clear that, and down he will go. So that is a big mistake. We'll see if DRX can do much about it. There's no real escape for life, so he's just going to go in, tries to flash away. Dudu misses, but he's here, and at least is able to help out and pick some stuff. We had 2 plates fall. Only one of them was collected in this game. 125 gold to...
Particularly with how much more action I think we've had. I know that when it comes to kills...
They can see the bush because the pink ward, the control ward, is out of the bush. As Rich is in a lot of trouble. That's an Ambessa ult over the top. Pioshik is taking a million bajillion damage, approximately. Rich gonna get the knockback as well. Here comes Berserker! Just not fair and not very nice to bully Rich this way. But, you know...
Still quite even, because even though I think DN Freaks have looked way better...
Definitely an angle here for DRX to make stuff happen in this game. I feel like we haven't really seen even the power of the...
Can easily split up these fights with the ult. Engage!
Is gonna find Lazyfield right out in the open. He's just free. He's gonna go down. No ult will actually be able to affect anything, and that is just going to mean the dominoes.
For Lazyfield, particularly, like, if Pioshik flashes, but he doesn't even need to flash. His soul point denied for DRX. Otacon is given away. It was just clean.
Yeah. And, you know, it's kind of one of these weird situations. I feel like we do sometimes get games. DNF are quite a strong team. And as long,
the collapse.
You know,
they have the buff.
They're just going to dive on deep. They got the buff. They're looking for something. That's a good ult from Lazyfield. Mostly it's the Ambessa who is going to go into the revive. And they don't actually get anyone on the side of DRX. Nice little combo. And also, Pioshik is going in, and Berserker has 5 kills already. He wants even more. Gonna take a big turret shot, though, so gonna back off for now, but they get a kill, and they get the jungler.
Pioshik is not meant to have this power. Atlas, there needs to be something. Again?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Well, I mean, I am Atlas, so it makes sense.
No,
oh, no, they're just getting more. and they're gonna revive. It's fine. They got a couple more. I'm not sure why DRX. So he's like, I guess it's not very tanky actually. And now he's just kind of walking through. I don't know what's going on with him, man. He's taking so much free damage, and Rich
just dying.
And Andil are just dying. Sponge has to flash the Mbessa ult. Guys, I said it before. This is just one of those games. DNF, they won the one fight. They're just a better team. They got the Otacon, and this one is just kind of donezo.
This reminds me of peak Herald meta, when it's like every game, 40-minute Herald fight. That's it. If we win the fight, we win the game.
Don't die to it.
He won't.
Don't die to this.
No, he's Pantheon, he won't. It's fine. It's fine. It's not a repeat.
In bits and pieces.
Can you still look this good?
Well, that's...
No major skips, nothing.
Yeah, every achievement.
You can't even cutscene skip. All right, wait. I don't know how she does it. Who's your front runner?
Sponge.
Okay, calm.
Yeah?
Yes, very true. Pioshik is... He doesn't know!
They see him. So
he has GA though!
He's just dead, I guess.
No, he has GA!
Bulldog, where are you going, man? He's just going all in. And he's got Berserker and the rest of the team with him. The mobility is kind of insane, but I don't know. This is a very broken up fight. Looks like it might not matter as the wallets are very heavy. Berserker takes a bunch of damage, but guess who's the real carry now? It is, of course, Mbessa, to the surprise of nobody. As eventually you just fire off enough Ws and you get the kills. 10 now for Berserker. And that should do it. If they could end on this push, that would be lovely.
Most likely going to be the case. Yeah, I'm ready for game 2 of Ellis. I imagine the audience feels the same way with the way that we've been yapping. Oh, they're going to push all the inhibs. You gotta really, I know those death timers might look long, but really, when you think about it, they're not. We can't even get mid lane in him. I feel bad about it, okay?
That was very nicely lined up, actually. Right down the middle, Lazy Feel. Yeah, he's got some feels after this one, that's for sure. And yeah, they're just going to continue bullying. Everybody going to get smacked by a giant safe of money. And now I think they can take down the mid inhibitor and hopefully the game.
Yeah, call them Dagobert Duck, Valdez.
Yes,
way that they're just taking everyone down. Hellfire's full.
That was very nice. Max range W got him right on the edge. And Andil cannot escape the suffering either. As the DM Freaks come out, guns blazing, 21-2 in kill score there.
Quite a strong. Oh, I actually love that. Wait, that's so good. Because you have great synergy with the Ashe. You don't fall into the trap of picking Engage into Braum. It's a champion that we've seen live play a good amount. Don't have to keep fighting. Unless they can isolate a target. Dudu does have flash, but Bulldog?
They want the Corki, the flash stun. It should be enough, and it is. The Q3 gets the job done, but the double root comes in. Bit of trouble are the rest of the members of DRX, but it's 5v4, and it's actually DNF that has to flash away the Yone Ulta. It comes in and lines up two, and it's actually DNF that comes out ahead. I was so excited.
Unfortunate, Rich dying there is quite painful, as we are keeping a running tally. It's 3 Qs at the moment. It's great engage, so we're going to be a lot of this.
I mean, the poking from the side of the Ashe and the Seraphine is very obnoxious.
They have healing as well.
Yeah.
And Corki?
DRX also has healing. As we do have the arrow go into Andil, he's pretty much out of the fight, has to go for the ult, but that just baits Bulldog into a rough spot, but he's so tanky somehow, they don't have damage to kill a Corki. He lives, but actually it's Dudu who pays for it, trying to go 1v3. Bulldog, no! Takes a massive spear, and everybody's super low on the side, and another spear is gonna hit Bulldog. He just can't dodge anything. And Berserker now, he's got a front line, he's trying to push forward. And it's 1-for-1 on the Grubs. Sponge, at least we know he can land some spears.
Oh, this fight is the opposite of clean, Valdez.
Oh, very nice.
It's grimy!
Twisted advance underneath the Yone Q. Beautiful stuff. Oh, the little treant. Oh, well, okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
My poke's better.
It's like Engage Braum versus Engage Maokai. It's like so cursed.
Get redemption, just provide that value, as Lazyfield does not have mana.
But that's Maokai
no damage.
With a lock. Do go over to DRX. They got the first blood, they got the first turret.
This is the first dragon, 18.
Doesn't matter because they have double lives and they dive, they kill the jungler, and they force Baron at 25 minutes.
I like that.
Yeah. How do you pronounce xylophone in Dutch?
Xylophone.
Xylophone. Okay, that one's good. Dude, actually,
was forced.
I'd rather just burn your cleanse instead.
That's fine. They don't need that cleanse.
Pixel? Oh, it's Infernally test.
All right, yeah,
Has
just
been going
DRX,
well.
just force it. Just force it. They don't fight. He's going in.
Engage Maokai. Oh, the encore is beautiful too when the roots come through, but where's the damage? They're not there, and down goes Koshik. He is nowhere to be found. And more roots though, Outfield, no! He is going to get rooted up and equalize.
Are you telling? No.
And now it's 4v4.
There's no way. They're just going to have to give it up. Wait, the TP? Risk and TP behind them? No, they're going to keep going.
Yeah, I mean, there's no jungler here for DNF, so...
Oh, Andale is a lot of their safety, though. Oh, yeah, they're going to try and play for the fight. They have to, I think.
A lot of damage coming through.
Lazy?
Oh, he went in as some roots coming in, and that's Kazante. Rich trying to do his best. He will get on top of Bulldog, and that should be enough to take down the Otacon. DRX will pick it up, so they've got the buff.
Elder Soul in so long.
Elder Soul.
Yeah, they don't have their Maokai. They don't have the CC that they need, and now DRX, they're doing what we wanted, Valdez. They are bringing us to a game number 6. It's happening.
It was always meant to be, as it was foretold.
Sponge, he's earning the Nidalee card, let me tell you.
I love it because they have the buff, so just trying desperately to force some kind of fight, and DNF.
Take that cone! Take the cone! He's not taking the cone, Valdez.
He might.
Yeah!
He has his arcane shift back up, so you can. And all you needed was Otacon, and I guess Baron too, that helps. And it looks like they might just look to end the game. 47 seconds on this Otacon buff. Little engage onto Kazante as Koshik remembers that that champion can tank literally anything. Engage now on a Pyoshik. Yeah, he's super caught out. Just nothing he can do here. That Maokai not tanky enough. And DRX looking good in a slow and a bit sleepy of a game number 2.
20 seconds still on the buff. But even if they don't end the game here, the gold lead now completely insurmountable. I don't think there's a way for DNF to really do anything. They can probably get some of these revives. The Nexus turrets might respawn.
Yeah, we might get to see that.
Maybe.
No, we won't.
Not happening.
The Sponge kind of ran out of mana. Are they even going to get the Nexus? I don't know. Okay, they barely do. And they had revives.
So Orianna and Gragas, who can create so much space in team fights. Because when you look at this in isolation, you have a full melee topside with amazing CC, mixed damage profile. You've guaranteed lockdown with the Nautilus. You have great engage. Maybe not. He does have flash again if he's confident about his chains. Ando can flash as well.
Yeah, I mean, Bulldog, I think he's just dead here. Yeah, there's just no flash here. Orianna, you're way too far up the lane. He was playing on the right side.
Feeling too confident. They do have the earlier move.
See how it goes. I mean, it's Pyoshik at level 5. A lot of damage, though, going into UCal. He's getting CC, but the guy who goes down first is Pyoshik. UCal finally taken out by the Kalista. And now they're being run down. The flash body slam is beautiful. It's 3. Doesn't feel very good, especially in the laning phase. Like, as you mentioned later on, you know, you're like, yeah, you can have 5 grubs. It's fine.
Final grub here. Yeah, the problem is that UCal's still pushing out the top wave, and they also don't have Axis, and I think that trying to...
Yeah, probably should have run away, but it's just the 2 of them now. Do they have the damage to get through Dudu? The answer is yes, but until no! The extra. That's the lesson, just don't miss.
Just hit your skill shots.
Hit every shot you take.
It's Rich.
And
oh, Pyoshik.
Yeah, we're going deep for this one, and Berserker's here too. So is Life, though, and that's a big knock-up on a 3. Big turnarounds here now for DNF as in goes UCal. A lot of damage will go into Berserker, and immediately a huge shutdown goes into Sejuani. And yes, UCal will fall, but the fight is going the way of DRX. They still have their AD carry. Big cast to push them away, and even Rich is hopping on in there, doing a ton of damage. They desperately want to take him out. Life is not going to do it. And he will be taking half TP.
Yeah, so it's fake. Sponge?
It's fake.
Don't risk it. Don't do it. It's just a second dragon. It's fine. Mountain? Oh,
Mountain Soul.
Boy.
Oh, boy. Fighting over this Rift Herald.
Oh, they get through the choke. That's big.
Little hook onto Tank Gragas. Not what you're looking for, but Andil also mind controlling them into attacking him. and they should be able to get this kill. And there you go. It goes to the Nico, actually. But, yeah, Rift Herald goes over to DRX, and they only have to give up their support. So let's see if DN Freaks can get a push going, though.
Most likely, this is 5 people. That's not bad a trade. Depending on how much more they can get us.
Yeah,
I got nothing.
I don't know.
Some trouble here. But then here? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe look like an old angle as we are.
Cut the tape.
People teleporting.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's dead Jax. Bridge is just going to TP in and die. Well, at least this ult is going to land, and you got a Varus right there. The damage, ooh, the flash away, going to force Lazy Feel in with his own flash, and Spun
ends up not being able to step
yeah,
up because
timing is...
like, I think 80 carry flash is so big. Now DRX do have the type of comp where you can.
Here we go again.
Well, they should know. They see them coming. Wait, I think they can.
They're moving so slow.
Wait, no, they got this.
Yeah.
Unreal, just give your life.
They're moving so slow. They're just gonna give it up. What? They're just gonna give just give it away. He's very confused as to which team is trying harder. Well, DNF gave the Otacon away, and they said, well, we can't get there, so, you know, not much we can do. And so DRX, we'll see how they can use it here. They're going to take down the turret. They're looking for more. The Orianna combo is Omega, and they're going to take down the 3 revives.
Has the opportunity to just get towards this pit, but there's a lot of zoning.
Yeah, it's going to be hard.
Now.
It's going to be hard to get in here, but they're just going to go for the tank Gragas. Do they have the damage is the question. Also, where's the Baron going? As, oh, the Nico on the 5! You got to be kidding me! But the damage is not there. The Orianna combo follow-up from the side of DNF. There's the flip, and it goes the way of Sponge! Just like that, this is a disaster for DNF. Just so many low health bars. You see Berserker trying to hop around and save it, but it's not going to happen. DRX.
Stay alive. And then Berserker tries to salvage it. In another world, maybe he gets 2 kills. Oh, and you see Pio.
You were a 6 out of 10er though, right? I was a 5. I was a 5 by any means, but I really like the split here, the 1-3-1. You see a fight. They're desperately trying to start it. They get Lazy Feel, but the shields are coming in. In goes Pilshik, goes in behind him, and the combo is quite huge. They will be able to take down at least the 2. Sponge trying to get out of here. He's very
Lazy Feel, Yuka or Rich. Remember, Rich does not have his flash.
Angle here on a Dudu, but Sponge is kind of going for a walk on the left side. He's so tanky though. Yuka again is going to find the front line. Massive Orianna ultimate, but there's no follow-up. He catches a lot, but the DPS isn't there. DRX are too far ahead, and Yuka has put on a show once again for the side of DRX. Zondil doesn't miss those. He's got his 80 carry, and this game is over. DRX just that far ahead. And you can see Rich down in the bottom side, the DRX fans celebrating as they know a massive win for them is coming their way.
The DRX are going to further solidify the supremacy of Group Elder as well, as the DN Freaks unable to get a win here. Yukel with some absolutely insane...
For the 1v1, our first 2 kills, first turret, or first 100 CS. The Renekton is the lock-in against the Draven. So
Gotta use the melee.
I feel like a little bit more action than we expected. No 100 CS farms here as XQW gets a nice little half health trade on cars.
Yeah.
You can go back, you can reset, so health trade's not too important.
XQW did miss out on an auto. I think good Renekton mechanics, if you can squeeze in the auto before the W, can be big. Was not able to get that in the last trade. You can see they're not in range for the W. Good job by Cars to space that. And some of the sustain for Renekton kicking in with that Cold Meek. Really nice as a good start so far for the Renekton.
That's the, I think the Victoria skin, if I'm correct. It looks pretty cool. I'm
not a huge fan. I have strong feelings. I have strong feelings when it comes to Renekton
Do you like the
skins.
toy Renekton?
Renekton's alright. I'm very anti-Project Renekton. I actually think that skin should be banned. Because there are a few animations that you can hide.
Cool.
I don't like Black Frost. It's too basic.
My favorite's the Lifeguard one. I've had it since it
Lifeguard's
came out.
good. Pool Party's good.
Yeah, Pool Party is pretty good.
We also I personally use Blood Fury Renekton. It's a shout out to Wicked. Back from Season 2, CLG was the skin that he used. That was my first favorite team. I love that skin. I think the weapon is really cool. It's like got holes in it and everything. It's
got holes in it. You sold me, man.
Yeah, it's nice. That and Runic Ward, the old school ones that are nice. You love the good old skins, like Hillbilly Gragas, man. How can you beat that?
There's a lot of ways you can beat that. And it's called Esquire Gragas. Gragas isn't even in this. Oh, Kara's in a little bit of trouble. He does have the Whirling Death. As he has hit level 6 and Dominus has already been popped. See if he actually wants to find an angle here, but I think they're just going to be trading health down, especially the Dominus is going to be falling off here. Bunch of numbers on it.
So saw what kind of scaling you get, and you see they're at 177. As big trade, wasn't able to secure the plus sign. Ignite
just
went
hit
down.
By the turret. This is bad for XQW.
Yeah.
You get followed on. That's the problem with the Renekton is you're just going to have to walk away and take a couple hits on the way out.
Didn't love that usage of Ignite. I mean, I think the really, like, what XQW is looking
rather than later. So maybe trying to get any kind of buys in that are going to be of utmost importance there. As you see, heavy trades from both sides, but Karis using the range advantage pretty well here. Does this mean we get Draven mid during the series? I feel like you should have to play the... Oh, he wants it. He goes with the Dominus. Karis. He's going to just get run down. Still does have both summoner spells up for Karis. So still looking pretty safe here for the Draven.
I do want to say that could get an all-in here. Oh, that's the stand aside burned early. I would really think about it. Karis messes up the spacing
wait for
on
the
this.
heal. Oh, he stepped out. It's fine. He gets a couple auto attacks in there.
I don't think he wants to go in just knowing that. I mean, he could have went in and gotten the cleanse, frankly, which I think would have been a really nice trade. Back to the gold, or from the gold on our observers, but
they don't want to switch. They don't want us to know. They just want us to know
I favor Renekton.
the money.
I favor Renekton. He's got BT.
Oh, wow. That's actually a massive...
All Renekton has to do is just wait for this all to burn, and then get the cleanse with the W, and then ignite after. I think that's the strat.
Okay, well, here he goes. He's just going straight balls to the wall here. Karis, he's going for the auto attacks. XQW is not even touched, bro. Come at me, man. He's having fun with his food, just like T-Rex in Jurassic Park, baby.
Karis just didn't
have some consistent damage for you. Him and XQW are going to be massive implications for LGD.
I don't think that Xiaoya has a lot of good targets. What I don't mind about this is I think one of Taeyun's better champions is actually Ezreal, so it's a bit of a by Team WE. And again, they have to return and manicure their lanes, so they don't want to lose too much gold in XP. We'll just take the 2-grub victory, and I think an okay handshake played out by both of our teams so far.
You have Sasu coming to join. He does have Equalizer, and there's a lot of choke points here, Cubby. Going in with the in-between worlds. WE just want the fight. Big combos coming through, but Cube is able to stop a lot of the damage, parting them like the Red Sea, but XQW is finding purchase here, and the Yone is off to a 1-0-1 start, and the Dragon is LGD's.
Great opener for LGD, again, as this game goes on. I favor them in the side lanes. Yone side lanes, and we like what LGD is able to do with pressuring the Yone lane. It's tough for Team WE to win these sides.
Not going to be able to do any damage. So we'll see if that actually plays out that way as WE want to contest for this. We have double TPs coming in, triple TPs coming in. Vampire getting engaged on big Equalizer. And Sasa has set up the red carpet for his team multiple times, but Kara's trying to roll it back up and put it right back at him. LGD falling apart here. XQW resets to the other side of the fight. Tianjin goes ahead and finishes off the Rift Herald. Sasa going to burn on Taeyun. Gets him. He's cooking. That's a double kill. Looking for a triple, but now Xiaoya is the one to pick up the slack. Another one falls, and it's Xiaoya versus
Not looking good for Team WE.
And everybody dropped a lot of questions. Speaking of, I'm dropping questions right now. Tianjin caught out. That's the second troubling decision in quick succession that we've seen. And he'll go down.
Nothing but supporting Yone in the side lane, and now it's going to finally bear fruit. Are they to those spikes? You can see Ezreal, one of the perks of this matchup against Corki, same build path.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
He didn't even take any
help out, but yeah, a bit surprised they didn't just take this and try and force anything. But that
dude, LGD is the Yone is. Here we go. Yeah, I mean, you have all the GAs available. Why not just push the limit, push the very nature of it, and let Atacaz spew forth here as they get all the ultis underneath them. And there's the quick resets out.
Well,
a little bit not worth, but you know.
That wasn't fantastic. Push people away from the objective. as it's an easy secure and an easy.
Everybody else is just by far.
Well,
the most
also
hilarious
deserved
thing.
because let's be real, Sauce's had a fantastic game.
Not a
so-
single bad equalizer.
Yeah,
Like,
he's had a
Sasa has just
fantastic
been on
game.
point. Okay. Trying
And
to see
the
what we get in the
the
bottom lane.
uninspiring performance continues, Mazel.
Oh, they're just not okay. Well, we're just gonna get the Baron. He's getting the turret right now, by the way, underneath the ire of Cube. He actually got it. Baron goes down. He ain't need no Baron. He's a free independent Yone. Tianjin just goes in by himself, questioning where he was and where he's been. And I can tell him that it's in the grave.
Yeah, easy flash engage there from YCX. Good tracking as Tianjin doesn't yet have his flash available. From one, Xiao got it out of him. And, I mean, just the beatdown continues, man. That I haven't seen a lot of LPL games that have been this one-sided or where we've just seen teams refuse to fight or refuse to, play their way back in. Again, this is Team WE. Like, look at their comp. This comp gets outscaled. If you look at Rumble, Yone, Ezreal, like, these are champs that are going to beat you later on in the game. You're on timers if you're going to play Corki, play Aurora, and play especially Xin Zhao, and to just not have the proactivity. And then when you get behind, not really try anything else. Just kind of a bummer of a game one here from Team WE.
Just been a little bit of just 3 items over. He's literally up 4.5 items now. The man had like 5,000 gold in his inventory, or what?
He was farming.
That's against the law, XQW. It's against the law. And so is WE existing in this game number 1, apparently, as LGD have summoned the Coppers, and WE actually find a little bit of a pick on XQW, but they're losing their base.
Yeah, don't worry. It only took 3 ults to make sure that XQW fell. Will be a reset. Yone being off the board means that the push probably ends here. Cube has TP. Oh,
they got
TP coming in.
That's going to be Cube joining. He's got the heroic entrance. Vampire getting about half health. Oh, God. Oh, God. I've seen this before. Things are going down. Hit the red button. Emergency. Emergency. Taeyun is down. Man down. Dragon taken by Tianjin. He gets the bounty. Is the Elder Dragon going to be enough? As you hear the silencing of the wings. WE. They're trying so damn hard, but it's not going to be enough. Even with the Elder Dragon, their sins are too great, and LGD will end game number 1.
The ults were a little bit desync there from LGD. That equalizer, it did get a kill on Corki, but that was the first one that didn't hit the entirety of Team WE. But this time, the team had Saucy's back, able to back up the Rumble, and XQW even getting involved with that Fate seal to make sure the Fate is sealed for Team WE game 1 as LGD going to take a really clean map from them. Well played across the board. Got to give them some credit for that.
This is the continuation of cleanliness that I wanted to see in that AL series when we saw them actually have decent early games.
To play off of, okay, going to be Nautilus.
Guess who's good to fight the divers in the ocean? It's the guy with the big anchor.
Wow, you were foreshadowing the pick, Mazel. That's incredible. Honestly, that's very impressive. Well, that wasn't the best trade. We do already have a base from Cube, so Sasa kind of playing with free time, just trying to trade a little bit, take some health away.
Vampire's in a lot of trouble. Piercing arrow misses, and they get first blood for WE. Xiaoya missing his crucial arrow, and now walking into a bush against Vampire, going for the barrier play, going for the double piercing. But he gotten a change of pressure going up this way, so they should be able to secure these 2 grubs. Nobody will get the feat of strength or this one, but WE already secured that first blood, so they're on their way.
Last thing from that 2v2, do want to praise Taeyun. I believe it was a scale, what LGD is throwing at him. I do like scaling of LGD too, and Best is a problem that Kai'Sa's going to have to deal with, so it's not like Team WE are off to the races to starve out Taeyun, as they have a level 6 advantage on the Varus, but here we go.
Vampire gets a big grand entrance. YCX tanking up the damage. Karis in there by himself, gets hooked out of the shroud, and Xiaoya puts him in the dirt. That's a massive pick. Nice little Weaver's wall from XQW to stop some of the pressure. And bot side. Oh, the double knockoff! No!
Dragonfly
Still dead even. Yep, Dragon is 2,000. Climber's
Kick
in
out.
there. He's going to kick him out.
Yep.
No, I saw that coming from a mile away, and so did Tianjin. He gets bouncy castled into a death, and honestly, that's a little bit of toughie right there. Karis goes in for a combo. YCX is already down. Look at that damage. Taeyun goes, finds the back line. Xiaoyu getting low.
He's down.
Xiaoyu going down. Now Karis still having an angle here, but Climber goes in, shuts him down. XQW throwing some rock. Welcome back, everyone. We just went straight back in. Bug or no bug, WE can't do anything about it, I guess. And so...
Nice fight for LGD, and I mean, this is very LGD favored.
It is. Now they'll actually get the Rift Herald as well. Feels a little bit bad. I don't know. We'll try not to dwell on it too long because the game.
It does feel bad. I'm not. You're not wrong there, Savvy Mizel. It does feel pretty bad.
They didn't get first turret though. Let's go.
Progress.
Wait, that means they got the feats. They just got the feats outright. Nice. Let's go.
This season, so a lot of focus on move speed from the Nautilus is gonna get a nice pick on the cube. Oh, they're going in.
Sasa is in the middle of the fight. The double knock up there, and XQW just takes down Tianjin. No jungler means a free dragon, and that'll be sole point for LGD.
I mean, this is just too easy for LGD where they took the fight. Team WE, they need angles. They need to find ways to get on the backline. The preemptive flash from Xiaoya to get out of Vampire's combo. He's not even rocking the cleanse against the Rakan, which is kind of disrespectful at this point of the game, but LGD just get to play a free front to back, exactly what their comp wants to do, and play around the Varus. It really feels like we're getting to the stage, move up the ranks in terms of who they were playing with. I don't know if the plan for LGD is to stick with these guys, and at this point, we just got to start calling it like the pro play Otacon. I've only seen the other ones solo queues. Oh, that's a pick on M-Pesa.
Sasa is just in the middle of 4 people and still kicking, still going. Finally dies.
That's big.
Now they've over TP'd. XQW just dies outright to Cube. A little bit of revenge for that pause gameplay. And now WE can move to Otacon.
Yeah, I do want to praise WE. That was a nice setup to get the pick on M-Pesa. Sasa did get out, did buy time, but unfortunately is right towards the Talia TP, which didn't connect fast enough, so it was a free kill when Talia landed, and that's going to be Otacon, you got to believe, going over.
I don't think Tianjin wants to go with... Oh my god, Cube is just gone! It's a YCX who kills him. Tianjin now goes in for the backline, but he dies too. Big execution from Karis, though. He takes down Xiaoya, the last remaining.
I mean, even when things look the grimmest for LGD, still able to come out with a big objective.
At Taeyun's movements and positioning in a lot of these fights. Oh, Vampire, okay. Oh, he gets publicly executed, but it's actually going to be caught there by Cube, who's tanking him up, but also got Chains of Corruption yet again, half his health gone. Taeyun coming over the backside. He has killer instinct, but they're going to take the fight. Tianjin in a lot of trouble. Goes for the second cyclone there. Oh my goodness, he's just going in. Karis in 1v4, but they have the backline access. They have Taeyun to follow him up, but he's being CC'd. He's being chased down. Sasa finds him. Now you've got a big fight on Cube. Cube is trying to find the backline himself, but LGD have wiped the floor with WE just like a rag in the kitchen. Otacon coming alive for LGD.
I like the fight, the idea from Team WE. Sums are down. You can get the dive off. And they did find Xiaoya in the back line. But XQW had a fantastic fight on the Talia, holding his own side of the fight and pretty much stymieing the majority of Team WE. Baron's being started. Vampire's not spotted behind. Could have a big angle.
This is tough, though. I mean, you have the GA. You can literally fight on site, and unfortunately, Cube did not get the memo ahead of time. Now, Sasa is just going to the back line. XQW has found a big Weaver's Wall to try to catch Tianjin out.
I'm really bummed with things. I really have to praise. I like how YC frontline, everyone has to go in, everyone has to go through the rocks, and Team WE, if they don't have an angle, having a really tough time getting through this Talia.
I mean, they literally can't do anything. I'm also just staring at numbers on my screen. The fact that Vampire is level 9 comparatively to XQW is level 16.
Oh, we're going in.
And they're just going all in under turret. Sasa is tanking it up. He still has the Otacon GA. He's going to get it popped while he got Taeyun as well. They're just under turret, but it doesn't even matter. The turret's not doing anything, Cubby. When the game mechanics don't work for you, what can you do? All hope for WE has just been sucked out of the Xi'an Arena, and LGD's fandom has run forth a 2-0 lead in this best of 5 and match point.
And I love some of the fundamentals that we're seeing from You can get like popped by Nocturne as it is locked in, but I like Seraphine a lot, especially in games like with a tank top laner with Ornn. If you have an Enchantress, you can somewhat absorb the damage and the CC as the game goes on, and then really good today. As now, might get interesting here. Climber, it could have just all led to this.
Traps. The bane of every Panther. He's between the traps. Climber doesn't even get touched. What the hell was that? Oh my god! Climber dissects Taeyun out of the magical journey. Not gonna do it, just gonna walk his way out. So it will be the 1-4-2 trade. No mark of the feats of strength being go down to either side as they were split. And we should transition to the other side of the map for the Dragon.
Frankly, I'm a little bit surprised that was it.
Oh.
Combo,
Like, no way he still dies because of it. No way. The spacing arrow from Xiaoya. Here comes the paranoia. Tianjin trying to get one kill back. The fear coming through. Karis will actually get from the dead.
Not being contested again. Cube not really able to leave his turret at this point of the game as the Ornn. And I think importantly, Jax, I will say, has fallen a little bit behind in terms of resources, so I was a bit surprised. So that's not good.
They have the item spikes.
Yeah, we'll see who Tianjin wants to go on, but Cube getting chunked out nicely.
Tempered Fate. They're going to go with it's a little bit desynced right now from WE. Big Ornn Horn across, but look, the backline. Big access from Sasa. He finds the big counter-strike. Tianjin is just all by himself on the other side of the fight. WE have turned the white flag up and are in full retreat. LGD find 2.
I love the space that Xiaosa was able to take in that fight, just going in with the counter-strike. Yes, Tianjin was able to take down XQW, but a bit of a shutdown goes over, taking down the Nocturne. Karis fell in the fight as well. And a lot of this was just from the space that the Jax bought. Didn't enable Taeyun to actually get in and do anything proactive in this fight. The back half LGD, they won on. You get more benefit from crit.
Bring back Crit Ash. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, it's still kind of the same, but before you wouldn't get any benefit with 100% crit chance. As it only applied when they're already slowed, so now you at least apply. It's not going to be a ton.
TP.
We are teasing a ward.
Paranoia,
Yeah, here we go.
TP,
okay.
everything. We're throwing the kitchen sink, and it's all at XQW. Enchanted Crystal are going completely wide. Encore a little bit late there. Tempered Fate dodged out of. And we'll get the flash out. Chaos Storm is there. Tianjin just going way deep, trying to get the kills, and they do find the bot laner in YCX.
Get a turret for themselves, and honestly, one of the better plays we've seen from WE today.
Are WE upsetting?
Should be a 3 points in Q angle.
Oh, cheeky.
Yeah, well played by Vampire. Going to neutralize that rift. Still with the 5 grubs and all the members here. LGD going to get through it regardless.
They will indeed. Maybe looking at Noah. Tianjin caught. He is so caught. He is so going to die. Spell shielding the Encore. The flash going through. Xiaoya. He couldn't get him. Chaos.
Didn't do too much there.
Not great.
Seraphine shields. Yeah.
Sasa is being answered to by Tianjin. Tianjin caught by the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. The Tempered Fate had come down as a response. Sasa by himself. WE being picked apart at the seams. Sasa took all of their aggression and turned it right back onto them. Here comes the Grand Starfall. Things are falling apart for WE. He's just going straight over. Oh my god. They actually caught Xiaoya. He was completely by himself. Luckily, XQW. Looking at things, it's just been, gut punch after gut punch. Now Tianjin going in for a gut punch himself. Big shockwave combo there onto him, and he just dies outright. Tempered Fate. Oh no. At least Karis will get one. Got the Enchanted Crystal Arrow on Taeyun. He gets cleansed immediately. Climber getting hit by the Chaos Storm is actually doing some work. Chaos Storm! Oh, he almost dies. Vampire has been found and a stake driven straight through his heart. I don't know if you've seen Nosferatu, but it doesn't end too well for him. As now Cube, Karis, and Taeyun trying to make their way out of this one. And I don't know how much they're going to be able to do. YCX looking for an angle there. Sasa trying to get a counter-strike, doesn't do it. A little bit dicey here for LGD. They don't know if they want to push forward, but the approach velocity from Xiaoya could really do some work. Taeyun second-guessed himself and dies for it. As the Grand Starfall comes in, it is all she wrote for WE. What was an even game just feels like it was completely turned on its head by LGD.
And Team WE in their home arena, watching pretty much any hopes of making it through this group go out the window with a clean sweep from LGD. Tianjin, maybe we have an Otacon contest?
Sasa, don't die.
No,
you better not die. Tianjin just dies here, though. Xiaoya runs him down. And that is so unfortunate. As the Otacon goes down, they'll get that GA, and they'll be able to put the pressure right into WE's home base.
That trap was placed really nicely, kind of using the fog to hide that one, but I mean, I I'm at a loss for words from what we've seen from WE2. As,
that was a
goodbye, Vampire.
magical arrow, not even enchanted, from Xiaoya in the midst of 5 people. He finds Vampire.
Otacon
And
used.
that was just the Atakanjie.
Yep, that's an easy one. The push continues. We got 5 grubs for LGD. Baron spawn, but they don't even want to risk taking that one. They just want to use the power they have now with the Otacon, the grubs, to push down and make sure that Team WE, their hopes in this group, they're coming to a quick end.
Who needs Elder Dragon in the LPL when you have the revive from Atacon? I mean, it is so inherently perfect for the LPL. And Climber going in on himself. Tianchen gets caught. Tempered Fate going down. Chaos Storm is there. They actually might get a couple here. They do get the resets going through. XQW should be the next one to fall. He's trying to get a little bit damage back, but he gets reset away from that. Tempered Fate onto the Dragon. Taeyun is still behind here. There's a perfect flank from Sasa right onto their carry. He goes by himself. Now it's a little bit dicey. Sasa goes for the Counter-Strike play. Encore across 3. Shockwave! Oh my god! LGD have ended all the hopes of Team WE, and they are smashing this series with a 3-0 in their eyes. Still a mountain like hell to climb in this Group A, but they got Climber right there with them. And now a hopeless, thankless paranoia from Tianchen while his team is being obliterated behind him. Climber is looking for more. Taeyun's right on top of him. YCX is there.
Climber.
Melee range of Taeyun, and it doesn't even matter. Climber going on a double. Grand Starfall coming in, and I hear the Kangle, baby. Triple kill for Climber.
Oh, Vampire, what was that? Oh, Team WE. We got some work to do. We're going to see one more series out of them, but not going to see them get out of the group as LGD. They find the dominant 3-0 tonight.
They do. They will even their score up to 1-1 and make this group a little spicy. Contest AL and top esports and a 3-0 in WE's home arena. A sweep for LGD.
I mean, they got slapped around by LGD tonight, man. Like, Team WE, I mean, this is a professional play.
I feel so bad for him, man.
I don't think I've ever gone this hard on the cast because I'm used to casting tier 2. But Team WE did not look like a professional team today, man. LGD came in. These LDL champions, the promotion internally, they slapped Team WE in their home arena, found the 3-0, and we'll see what happens. I mean, this is a team. Don't expect them to win against top esports to make anything interesting happen to the group. But I got to say, LGD, they've put up better gameplay than what we've expected, and these are young players making their debut in Split 1 in Fearless. We've seen the depth. We've seen them play their strats out really well no matter what they've brought to the Rift, and I have some hope in this team. I think that some of the fun of covering leagues is we always see the top dogs play well and go international and do big things, but if you cover a league, you really get to fall in love with, you know, the people within it, the teams that are trying to climb up the ranks. And man, LGD, for me, they look like a favorite to climb the ranks early on in this season because there's a lot of promise with some of these guys. Been impressed with what I've seen, especially from XQW and YCX, man. I really think the mid support had a great day today.
I think the biggest thing is just experience for everybody. Like even if they don't make it through the group stage here, I mean, even getting those best of 5s and being able to see this kind of promise on a lot of these players has been really nice, and that's what makes it so heartbreaking on the other side for WE, where we will more than likely only see this team play 3 series in this first split and have to move on to spring, and a lot of changes no doubt come with that. But it's a team of players who are trying to make something out of nothing, it feels like, and players that, you know, have been trying to bounce around the league a lot. So that's why it feels so disheartening for WE, and that's why I hope to the fullest that they actually find a little bit of traction going into their last series.
We'll see, man. I have a lot of hopes for them. I'd love to see them take a map off of top esports, and when you got a team with Kareem, Jackie Love, and Crisp on it, you know, saying that those guys might lose a map in a series is really not saying anything too shocking. And I mean, I gotta say, if LGD keeps on playing like this, like I hope they get rewarded with a map. I really do. I have some hopes for this team. I'm getting excited about these guys early on in the season, and really interested to see what some of these names can do moving forward because, again, like going up against Kareem, I think that's a great storyline. XQW is someone that's been, for me, a bit of a standout in this group. Kareem was really the last guy for me that kind of emerged as a star mid laner that we had in LPL, and for XQW to go up against him and a pretty high stakes best of 5, I think that's going to be a really exciting series.
Yeah, I'm really excited for it. Not only that, but like to see a continuation of these good looks that we've been getting from LGD.
Yeah, man.
And getting to see as well. Like, again, we could talk about all these rookies. Sasa obviously deserved a ton of praise for this series as well.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Earning MVP as well. But Xiaoya is that maybe only a year, but experienced member on the roster. I think it's so cool to still see him showing his stuff as well, and not just say it's just the rookie show, right? It's he actually has a lot of impact as well. So this LGD roster, a lot of fun to watch.
I don't want to get too excited about these guys just because I don't think they went up against much competition today. But I even just thinking back to how they played Anyone's Legends, again, it wasn't the best day for that team. Of course, those guys won Demacia Cup. They're a team that, you know, they are favorites moving forward in the LPL, but they weren't pushovers against them by any means.
True.
Much unlike Team WE in their home arena today, who were just ultimate pushovers against LGD. So, yeah, we'll see if LGD against Top Esports can do something different.
Man. They're already dead. Somebody take the stick out of his hand and tell him to stop poking dead bodies.
That was a tough series, man.
It was tough.
I expect more from the LPL. I really do. And yeah, Team WE just didn't show it today.
Yeah, the imports, the swapping of some players across different teams, the OMG transfers of Cube and Tianjin not working out as well. But we did get to see Climber Pantheon, which, you know, is always fun. But also, for me, it was the cleanliness of the strategies. We can talk about LGD. We're going to talk about LGD the rest of the day until we get to the MVP. But it was not just the cool outplays, the hands, that kind of stuff, but it's that they had a tried and true strategy. They were absolutely executing from the draft and then taking it into game and also executing there. And I think in the LPL, it's so easy to draft yourself a good composition or a very straightforward composition, but it can be sometimes so impossible to execute on those.
Yeah, I got to say for today, I think MVP for the series, I would give it to Xiaose. I thought that throughout 3 games, he played the best, but I think for this game, or like a sleeper for me, I actually consider the support.
Okay.
I thought YCX actually had a really solid series looking back. I thought his game 2 was good. This game, the Seraphine pick, that's a great use of R5, and he played it really, really well. So that was definitely impressive for me with this young support who, someone to look out for as time goes on. I think this was a really good look, a really good pick, and he used it well.
As we talk about him, he's the one dying in this.
Yeah, that's the one time he went down. The rest of the game, I mean, he's positioned great here. Like, again, like Seraphine support, it's not the hardest to position. You want to be with the team. You want to be behind your teammates, setting up these big encores and setting up for the redemptions, the AoEWs. And is it the hardest pick to play? No, but did YCX play that really well? Yeah, he did. So I was impressed by that.
No, he absolutely did. And, you know, it sucks that there isn't more to talk about on Team WE's side. That way we can, like, fill the air with kind of both sides of the story. But it really was just LGD as a whole making this happen and pulling the victory out of WE. And
look, I've been a LCK fan for a long time. I've seen Karis be on some tough teams as an LCK journeyman for mid lane. He might legitimately be jailed in this team. And that's shocking. If we're going to talk about that. I mean, I thought Karis was
I don't feel like he was without blame in this series, though.
No, but also I thought that he might have played the best on Team WE. It was
like, I'm not, that'd be too mean. I'm not going to say anything more. Sure, Cubby, yep. I
mean, he at least tried in the Aurora. There was a couple of Kali angles that were okay.
The bar just wasn't very high, all right,
Cubby? This game was bad. Yeah, the bar was not high at all. This game was bad, but I thought the other games, Karis was standout. Yeah.
And, like, if this was a normal format, if this was regular LPL format where you're in a single round robin against all the teams, who cares? Who really cares about a series like this? You lose one, whatever. You literally had the, like, top 3 teams losing to the bottom 15th and 16th, 17th teams last year in the summer. But it's different because it's a different format. It's 3 best of 5s, and your season is over, at least for the first split. So,
dude, that last fight between seeing Tianjin just like go in solo and just get crushed by Ashe, and then seeing Vampire with the flash into the Panther Spear.
Yeah.
Team WE's got some work to do.
They do.
Not good.
LGD, they don't have as much work to do, but they still got a lot of work to do themselves.
Yeah, they do. We'll see. It's hard to climb the ranks in LPL. I mean, those top teams are really good.
There's even one less team. They made it easier, and it's still hard.
Yeah. Tough times.
I don't know if one less team makes it any easier, honestly. I'm not going to lie. The bottom two teams are, you know, sometimes a little bit of a struggle bus. So, does Sasa get it? Does Xiaoya maybe get it with the 6-1 Ashe performance? Does
I'd give it to
YCX
Xiaosa.
get it? You give it to Sasa?
Yeah, I think it's Xiaosa. I thought he was the best out of the 3 games. And I don't think it's going to go to the support because it's hard to give Series MVP to the support, but I do want to give an honorary mention to YCX, who I thought had a really solid series, actually, like looking back.
LPL's been pretty good about giving some MVPs to supports here.